Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Pulp Cthulhu. This is episode, or case 04, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, last we left off, we ended up going out on it was All Hallows Eve, and we ended up discovering that there were a few ghost tours in the area. Ended up discovering a few things in the cemetery that led us to a house that had a few strange happenings. So the last that we'd left off, we buried 3 sets of very small bones, and Parker was left alone at his house. All alone on All Hallows Eve, while everyone else was solving spooky mysteries about what was more than likely murdered children. You know, the usual on Halloween.
Oh, yeah. So, in the week's time that's passed, since then, you guys have taken some time, or at least Benny has for sure taken some time to try and sort of relieve some stress, get some things off of his chest.
Called my sissies.
Called his sisters. Now, all of you, I'm going to have you guys roll a 1d10 for recovering some sanity, just essentially as a reward for having dealt with some spooky happenings and actually...
God damn it.
Rolling a 1, that's very nice.
Rolling a 6. I don't roll because I wasn't involved, was I?
No, you get this. This is essentially, I didn't actually realize, still new to the system, that every time you defeat a... essentially mythos creature, you get some back. So since you guys did deal with some things,
we get 2 then. We'll go ahead and go roll out the second.
Well, normally you get
than a 1.
About the equivalent of what you get from seeing it. Okay. But since you guys have dealt with more than one thing, I'm giving you guys a 1d10 instead of like 1d4 or 1d6 or whatever it was you rolled originally.
Can't believe I rolled a 1.
Yeah, and then you rolled a 1.
Out of 10.
You rolled a 10.
A
10.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
So what does that put everyone's sanity at?
40.
40, alright. So another thing that I didn't quite realize is there's a threshold that if you, it's essentially 1/5 of your current sanity. If you lose that in one day, then you become indefinitely insane, which is not permanently insane, but that comes with a lot more issues you have to work out.
That's never... I don't think that's ever happened to any of us.
No, it hasn't, but it came pretty damn close to you.
Yeah. That was the Wendigo fight.
Yes.
Yep.
And your current number, you need to remember, if you lose 8 sanity in one day, then you become indefinitely insane.
Cool.
Dang.
What's your sanity?
At 72.
72, alright. You've got a little more leeway. You would have to lose a total of 14.
14? Okay.
I'm at 42.
42? Alright, you're also 8 sanity away from indefinite insanity. And that's losing it in one day in game.
Dang.
So,
cool.
Some pretty stressful day has to happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking of is how many sessions have we had that it all occurs in the space of a single day.
Yeah. There was only the Wendigo fight, and you lost, like, 5, I want to say?
Yeah, I think I lost, I had 50 at the start, so it would have had to been 10, and I lost 8.
Yeah.
So
enough,
danger close.
Funny enough, Parker, the gangster who has shot people, is the most sane.
Yeah.
And we see this shit all the time in the streets. It's okay.
I think Izzy honestly has the most sanity because she has a really high wisdom. It's like 80 something.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm pretty close, but dang.
Nope.
That's impressive.
So, that happened in the week's time that's passed. You, Benny, talked with your sisters, got some recovery that way. Is there anything that anyone wanted to do in that time aside from that? We already discussed ahead of time what you were doing, but Bo, were you doing anything in the week?
I do basically the same routine.
Mm-hmm.
I go down to the boxing gym, and I just kind of lift weights, I spar, and when I come home, I'll do anything that Benny needs to be done.
Alright. Is there anything that you want to do to try and recover sanity at all? You have the option if you want. It's essentially you can seek out psychiatric help, but you might want to be a little more discreet about that just because,
The times.
The times, yeah. But you could also spend time with one of your backstory elements and you have the possibility to recover some sanity that way.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sit with one of my backstory elements.
Okay, so what are you going to do exactly?
I guess I could just kind of talk with Benny.
Okay.
And
just talk over the crazy shit.
Yeah, kind of like understand.
Yeah. Then, all right. So the way this is going to work is you're going to roll a sanity, and if you succeed on the sanity roll, then you will get back some. If you fail, you lose 1 sanity.
Cool.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, trust me, it was rough.
And since you're doing this over the course of a week, that's one of the things you're doing primarily for the to Benny. I'm going to give you a bonus dice on this one.
Nice. 38.
Suck a dick.
38. All right, that's already a success. You can roll again if you want to see if you can get it lower. It doesn't really matter. You can't really extreme this success,
but I do.
Yeah.
But I do. Let's get these good rolls. That's what I really need them.
Definitely.
That's technically a hard success, but I don't think it matters.
You get back a 1d6 sanity. And Benny, since you're involved in this, if you want to make a sanity roll as well, I'm not going to give you a penalty of failing one. This is just to see if, kind of is helpful for you as well. With a 4. All right. I'm going to say that for that, you get back 2 sanity.
Yay. Yay. Hey, look.
Parker, what are you doing over the course of this week?
Surprisingly, Parker's more than likely been staying indoors and has been
indoors.
A little jumpy and
I really needed
checking
that.
rooms.
Me too.
Probably checking the outside of the house during the day, but at night he's been staying indoors.
All right.
Also, if I cough, I'm sorry. I'm under the weather. So that's just going to happen. I'll try to cough away from the mic, but that shit is going to happen.
As long as you don't open mouth cough
Yeah.
in my eyeballs, and you'll be fine.
Okay. So,
Reading the newspaper.
yes. So, during the course of the week, you would hear some rather disheartening news. Henry Adler's body has turned up in a small town about an hour north of New York City. The news is making it as if he was the Beast of Lisbon, which they had suspected that he was since you all left Lisbon. You're not sure exactly the circumstances of how he got blamed, but he was on the run the last time you heard. His body turned up partially eaten in a ravine, or sorry, not in a ravine, in a barn in Lisbon.
That seems like something to investigate.
Well, I'm going to gather the team. Because I'm sure that I was the one that heard this, reading.
Yeah,
the only one that reads the paper.
Yeah, it would be both on the paper and in the radio.
Yeah. But,
Parker would hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
But gather the team to discuss what we're going to do about that. Maybe we should go and investigate because it may be someone who wants to come after us next.
So what I'm hearing is you're wanting to go out to look at something mysterious?
Well, the way I see it is there's a good chance that if we just leave this alone, then it'll come bumping into us later, in the week, maybe in at night when we're sleeping in our beds. So maybe this time we should go and be proactive.
So you're saying that now, but I'm not going to have to chase after you once we go to the taxi, am I?
Well, I'm going to stop and get a gun first, just to be on the safe side. But yes.
Well, okay then. I'm in.
All right. So.
And I mean that I do want to stop on the way and get a gun.
Yeah. Perfectly
Serious.
understandable. So, looking into it a little further, the body was found in a town called Neversink.
Never what?
Neversink.
Neversink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
It's
out
about
on
an
a
hour
limb here
north of New York.
and say that his body did sink. Dang.
Yep, okay. So, well, I guess we'll pack and one of us can call a cab and we'll go to the train station. And is there a train at Neversink?
Probably not. It's a fairly small town, but you could take.
Then we'll call a cab and we'll drive out there to Neversink.
Yeah, it's only about an hour's drive, so it's not too far from your current location. If you wanted to stop somewhere and get a gun, you're probably going to have a little more luck in New York itself, or New York City, excuse me.
So we're stopping at New York to get a gun.
Yes. All right. So, just not really too much. I'm imagining you probably just want to buy a standard.
Yeah, like a 1911.
Yeah.
Like a little pistolero.
Yes. And I, being the big dummy, forgot the books.
I think
So-
isn't that what you have?
I have a handgun.
I believe it's the 1911, right?
It just says handgun.
Just says handgun.
More than likely, I would say with being her archetype, would probably be a 19.
Internet, help me out.
Check. Do you still have this Luna page?
Oh, good point.
I'm going to buy the 1911, and I'm trying to find the stats for it on the internet.
I wouldn't worry about the price because
I think it looks like
now she has a
$20.
38 revolver.
No, that's a snub nose.
You can buy a 38 revolver.
No.
No, all right. The 1911. Might want to take another pause then.
Okay, let's pause it. We'll be back. We found it. It's a 45 automatic. Cool. Yes, continue.
All right. So once you've gotten yourself a gun, didn't really have to do too much. It's the 1920s. You basically just hand them the cap.
Do they give me a free little holster? Like a little shoulder holster?
A little shoulder holster.
Sure.
You can probably pay like $1 extra and get yourself.
You're killing me here.
I'm curious while we're
Doesn't
here.
come complimentary.
Do they have anything I can buy that would I could use to holster my bat in?
Oh yeah, definitely. You could basically just buy a rifle holster or something to put it in if you wanted to. They don't have any specifically for
as long as it would hold the bat.
Yeah. Hell, you could just get like a bag for like golf clubs or something, or a quiver. That would work too. Although it might be a little bit short in a quiver.
Yeah, I think I would rather have something where I could just strap to somebody with a rifle.
How many bullets do I have?
Arrows are pretty long. I don't know.
Yeah, it might work.
It might not be the right shape, but
It'd be a little loose in there, but
How much would
like $5 tops.
That's cutting it. That's cutting it. But
Depends on the quality.
I just dropped a
You could
gun.
probably get something cheap for $250.
But how many bullets do I get with my 45 automatic?
How many bullets do you want to buy?
I'll go with 14.
14? Not
Literally-
a specific number.
It's 2 clips.
So for 14 bullets, I'd say that it costs you about $2.
Oh my god, you're killing me. Okay. So I can't spend any fucking money once we get to Neversink.
Now, granted, remember you can draw from your cash. Because that money is actually gone
No.
if you draw from cash.
I have expenditures of 50 and I'm keeping it there.
Okay.
Okay. $43 spent with 2 clips.
Now who's paying for the cab ride?
Parker will.
Okay.
God.
what's like, I bought a holster for $5, and I'm at my limit almost.
Yeah, like I'm like fiddling with the fucking like not a person who's used the shoulder holster before in my
It
life.
shows.
Yeah, like just fiddling with it. Like I've used a gun, but I'm not entirely sure how this. You're like so fiddling with it. Where's my?
So, now that you're all equipped, you hail a cab, begin the...
How discreet are my weapons? pretty discreet.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's
You
the
have
20s,
a
it doesn't matter. You could literally take a Tommy gun to
Listen,
a general store and be okay.
I'm trying to be
the Tommy
discreet.
gun
fine.
might be a little bit
Yeah.
questionable.
Yeah.
Oh no! In the 20s, you could straight up walk into a store with a Tommy gun and they wouldn't question it. That was the fucking 20s. Google that. Google it.
Technically,
Open
the
carry
gun
laws
itself
are a
is
lot.
not. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing about that. Certain places would be like no, like bars, casinos, things like that.
Bars were illegal in the 20s.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is,
Now, the
and
bars
it's
would be
because
like-
they're illegal that you
There's a
couldn't.
certain level of illegalness we
Yeah.
allow here.
Oh, but it was legal. Open
But
carry laws were
I
very
direct
much a
you.
thing
I
in the
direct you
20s.
to the movie Tombstone, in which the whole Battle of the OK Corral started because they wouldn't give their guns up. Like there are certain places, certain businesses that are like, no, you are not coming in here with that gun. Like I know what the law says, and I know what I am saying. Like there's and that's the thing is.
Yeah. Private businesses,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Private establishments,
Yeah.
yes.
And so just keep that in mind.
Yes.
So
I'm not saying I'm toting my gun.
Yeah.
you all get in the cab, right, and make your way.
He's totally got the gun. I said, I'm not saying I'm toting the Tommy gun. He's totally got the gun.
Okay, so you've got your Tommy gun with you.
Yeah. It is, I mean, he's not holding it.
Yeah, just like constantly pointing
Yeah.
out the window just in case.
No.
The bat
He's
just
not
looks like I
that
came back from a
paranoid.
Yankees game. So I'm like,
Hey! Hey!
So you make your way to Neversink. It's about an hour's drive, not too long at all. You arrive. It's a fairly small town, smaller than Lisbon, really. It's, basically a one-stop town, single traffic light, and that's about it. You don't know too much about where or the circumstances behind how Henry's body was found. All you know is that it was found in a barn in Neversink. When you arrive, however, you can see that there are 2 patrol cars, which I'm not going to make you really roll a perception because it's written on the car. It doesn't take much. And it doesn't take a keen eye to see that
What does it say?
the patrol cars are actually Lisbon police.
Hmm.
I'm going to go up to the patrol cars.
Yeah.
And try to get like. Without going into detail, I have a bad experience when walking up on patrol cars. So I'm going to wave and like try to get their attention.
So they are currently parked out one of the few buildings here, which is looks like a essentially small town police department / post office. There's not much going on here, so they're parked outside. There's no one in the cars themselves.
Yeah. So post office, correct?
Yeah, like post office / police station.
Okay.
It's like
I'm going to
Utility
avoid
building.
the police
Yeah,
at all
for this
costs.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going.
like the
I'm
KFC
going to.
Taco Bell
Yeah,
combo.
going
I'm going to turn around and then like wave at Parker and Bo and like point at the police station. I'm going to walk in. I know their shtick. They don't go into these buildings.
Just
Not
walk
our
into the
thing.
police station with a Tommy gun. This is a perfect place for this.
But I'm going to walk in.
All right. As you walk in, you can catch the tail end of a conversation between a voice that sounds vaguely familiar.
But I'm going into the police station.
So you overhear the tail end of a conversation between a voice that sounds vaguely familiar to you. And one
Is the dude whose name I forgot? It's the sheriff of Lisbon whose name I forgot.
Probably. The clues would point to that, yes. But the conversation stops when you walk in. You can see a man in his mid to late 20s talking to Officer McCown.
Cool.
Sheriff McCown, excuse me.
There you go. There's his name.
Who you had met and had a few conversations with.
Turbulent.
Yeah, turbulent relations with this guy. The 2 of them, they look like they were basically just chatting, nothing super serious, most likely catching up. But when you walk in, you see the hint of recognition in McCown's face as he looks at you. It's just, well, seems like whenever there's trouble, it's close behind.
What can I say? It's the New York Times.
That's right. I suppose you're here to investigate.
Yes, I am.
Well, I can give you the location where the body was found. If you want to poke around, we already talked to the owner. He didn't seem to know anything about it, but he's still our lead suspect. And if you want to have a look at the body, it's been sent to St. Luke's in Newburgh.
He's being incredibly helpful. What a helpful guy. Well, thank you very much. Would you like me to give you any information if I stumble across it?
Of course. Now, this one just, if you remember the last time you talked to him, you basically broke the case. From his perspective.
Oh yeah, I did break the case.
Yeah, you guys basically broke the case. 30 some odd year, more like 15. Yeah, 15 year. I don't know why I got 30. Year case of people going missing. So he's probably warmed up to him.
It's like, oh, maybe this guy is so bad.
That dude. Sherlock Holmes is right.
He's weird as fuck, but he's good at his job.
Well, I'm going to point down left. This way, correct?
Towards the barn?
Yes.
Oh yeah, if you go down that road, it's up north a little bit.
Define a little bit,
How about if you're driving 5-10 minutes? It's not too far.
And if
Walking.
And if we're walking,
If you're walking, probably more like 15 or 20.
I would say a lot more than that.
it's whatever.
Yeah, I'm not good at math. So.
Probably close to about
That's a
35
prime
to 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'm.
You're walking really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're jogging.
If you got Heelys on, boy, pop them toes up.
You know why Heelys don't have brakes?
Oh, God, why?
Because swag never stops.
I'm suing.
And that's staying in. But
Okay.
Oh no.
because I edit. But I'm going to tip the skimmer hat and thank you, and just exit out the post office.
Milady. That's exactly what I imagined.
Listen, Benny is kind of a weird dude.
A neckbeard?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a beard. He's very. I mean, aside from the mustache and the
Neckbeard
goatee,
is a state of being,
it's a state of being.
not facial hair.
I'm kind of offended right now, mostly because I look, and I'm the only one at this table that has a wild man beard. I'm offended.
Gage has got some scruff. He's got more. Okay.
I'm getting added right now.
He's got scruff right here. You've got scruff all over the
I'm letting it grow. But anyways, I want to wave at
We've all got scruff, it's
Parker
okay.
and
I
Bo
think my
and
beard's the most
point
impressive.
down.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
Yeah, and he tells you it's the Miller farm if you're
Okay.
asking around for directions, but it's not too hard at all.
Are we going to hoof it? Are we going to hoof it, or are we going to call a taxi?
What did he tell you?
Well, the Miller farm is down that way, and if we want to find the body, it's at Newburgh.
Mm-hmm. St. Luke's.
St. Luke's. What?
St. Luke's.
St. Luke's in Newburgh, which is the hospital, of course. But I think that we should investigate the barn since we're already here.
Did he just give you all this information?
Yes. Yes, he did.
That's kind of suspicious, isn't it?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Let's go.
So, are
happens
you
when you're not
walking or
wanted?
are you taking a cab?
Won't it? Probably taking a cab.
All right. So, it's a very short cab ride, and actually, since you're kind of the one leading that little bit there, I want you to roll me a luck because the cab might have already driven off, and you're not going to get a cab here. Yeah, there's not really a cab service in this town.
Oh, okay. Well, there sure is.
Yeah, so the guy's still in idle. He hasn't driven off yet. He kind of figures you guys
Hope
might
the meter isn't
running.
running.
We haven't paid the man.
Yeah, he didn't pay. He just walked out. So
Goodbye. He's like,
when you come back in, and he says, "So your business is done. You want to trip back, or?"
No, we'll need to go a little bit further down the road. There's a farm called Miller's Farm.
All right, just give me the directions. I'll get you there.
Down the road.
So heads down the road. The only road in town. There's only the one.
A blinking. I grew up in town.
give
like
me
that.
the directions.
Yeah.
Go straight.
Yeah.
I grew up in a town like I respect it.
Yeah. So eventually you come to a spot where you turn up onto a dirt path and go a little ways up into the forest. As you begin to drive along the terrain around you, it's been fairly chilly lately, but you notice that there looks to have been snowfall here.
Ooh.
It hasn't fully melted.
Ooh.
We're on the right track.
Chili. Of course. Always.
So, you arrive at a small farmhouse with a detached barn a little ways off. You can see that there's a few animals milling about. You can see a woman putting up the wash. You hop out of the cab. The driver's like, "Yeah, do you want me to stay here, give you guys a ride back?"
Yes.
All right, just don't take too long. Time is money.
Define too long.
Half an hour.
Okay. And then I'm going to scurry up to the barn because apparently we're on
Okay.
time crunch.
So you begin scurrying up to the barn, and the woman who's putting out the wash, kind of looks over and says, "Hey!" Starts making her way over towards you.
Well, hello there.
What do you think you're doing? She's a younger woman, probably early 20s.
Well, I am investigating the murder of Henry Adler.
We already told the cops we don't know anything about that. We just
Well,
move on past.
the cops unfortunately called the BOI, and we're going to need to take a look at the crime scene.
Okay, roll a fast talk.
This is literally like the ISB.
Throwing out the badge.
By the way, if that
Six.
it's a 6, I believe it's an extreme
It is.
success.
15.
It's an extreme success.
Wow, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
It's extreme
mark it,
success.
Mark whenever the last
I'm
time
a-
you succeeded too.
I didn't succeed in
Oh.
it. It was a luck.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh God, where's fast talk at?
I want to upgrade my luck.
I'm gonna grab my luck real quick. But yeah, extreme succeeded because I'm a badass. I'm
her
fucking
face,
killing this case right now.
Her face goes a little bit white. She says, "Oh, well, if that's the case, they already took the body, but we haven't really cleaned up."
Yes, and looking at the body is on the next step, but we're here. We just got, sent out, so we're going to have to look at the crime scene first.
And if you wanted to talk to my husband, he's the one that actually found him.
And where will he be?
He's inside right now.
All right. Well, we'll be
I
back.
can go get him.
Well, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 more minutes. We'll come knock on your door when we need you,
All right.
and then trot off to the barn,
All right. So,
killing it
I'm
right
going,
now.
I'm going to light a cigarette as we walk in.
Question: what are the surroundings?
so you are on the edge of a forest.
Parker doesn't like that. Parker disliked that.
Yeah. The terrain coming up here was very hilly. There were actually a few places where there were essentially drop-offs, almost small cliffs. But it's, for the most part, your typical edge of the forest. It's partially developed, but not that much. The road up here was woodlands.
Gotcha.
As you open the door to the barn, there's a slight chill that hits you.
Don't like
Chill in
that.
the air.
Benny,
Parker, devil don't like that.
Yeah.
Benny, I'm cold.
That's
Full
is that the once per episode?
Always.
Always gotta say. We need to get this man a jacket.
I'm going to realize that I'm in front, back up, and then send Bo in front.
Yeah.
Big strong arms. Go.
So I'll walk in.
So, stepping inside, you can see there's a patch of hay in the center of the barn, which is really the only thing you can see at a quick glance that indicates where the body may have been.
Well, we're taking
That
a slow
is
glance.
drenched in dried blood.
Fine.
I'm going
Want to take
to.
this
I'm going to
back?
look around the room, like the barn
Okay.
in general.
Make a quick perception check.
You mean spot hidden?
Yes.
Okay.
Star Wars.
See,
Man.
I will do it next. I figure that's what I'll do.
God dang it!
So I also want to do it.
Are you sure you want to use those dice?
So you know you're.
It's been doing good the first few
Oh,
times.
yes, we're gonna use
You're
these
joking.
dice.
Nice.
That
Use
is
extreme.
an extreme. It's extreme.
I didn't see shit.
So you're looking around the barn and you glance up and you can see from the ceiling, just above the patch where there's the dried blood, is a long length of wire that the bottom of it, it's looks fairly new, but the bottom is almost a rust color, and you can see a single piece of cloth. Looks like possibly jeans fabric dangling from it.
Ooh.
Is there any way I can get to it?
It's probably, say, 20 feet.
Is it
It's
is it
hanging
connected
from
to a
the-
loft?
Yeah, essentially.
Can I try to find a way to climb up there to
If
get
you
to
were
it?
to climb up into the loft and then go along one of the connecting beams where it's tied to, you could get to it. But
That's a tough roll.
it's not necessarily a tough
Um,
roll, but there is the possibility of falling.
Does that sound like a dexterity thing?
Probably that or acrobatics.
I'm not acrobatic.
There's no wait.
If it's
Well, I'll,
a
There's not an There's not acrobats.
Is
There's
it not?
climb.
No.
I guess I'll go up there for
I
it.
thought there was acrobatics.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Accounting, appraise. That is again a Star Wars
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
All right. So I'll have you roll a general dexterity for this one. You climb up the loft, no ease. I'm getting tongue tied, I swear. No
problem.
issues.
Dang, he rolled a 15.
You roll.
You're rolling
It's
really
a hard
good.
success, yeah.
So you move along the
Why am I
the
betraying
beam
you?
between the two.
Taking all the good rolls.
Essentially, there's
Look at
the
me.
loft on
Use
each
my
side, and then there's a beam between them,
Yeah.
which is where it's hanging from. And you move across, no issues. You basically
Yeah, I did this a
pull
lot
your hands up.
as a younger fellow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you make your way to the center, and you can
Don't
see.
fall.
Like,
And
on
you get to the
tobacco
center
farms,
of
I
the-
think they call them rafter rats, don't they?
Yeah.
You can see that the length of wire has been twisted on, and where it's been twisted, getting down close, you can see that the very top, it looks like there's just a little bit of a tuft of white hair.
I'm gonna relay that information down. I found some
Is
white hair connected to this
is
wire.
there anything like a stick or something that I can pick up to sift through the hay?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna do that. Just sift through the hay.
All right. So roll a spot hidden.
God dang it. Can I push it? Get
Yeah.
all up in. I just drop the stick and just
Okay.
roll up my
Go.
little sleeves and
Go for it.
Turns out you're allergic.
Yeah, allergic to. I'm allergic to
You
hay.
got the AIDS.
I'm allergic to hay in real life.
Yeah.
Um,
I know a lot of people who
Because you're digging around in the bloody
Oh.
hair.
better. It's a hard success,
Okay.
Whew.
which is considered a pass, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
So while digging around in the hay, you find
Thank God that I didn't fail that.
That would have sucked.
a small crumpled note.
Ooh.
Essentially looks like a torn out piece of a book page.
Does it say anything?
Yeah, when you unfold it, you can't read it. It's
It's in French.
not in French, but it is fairly bloody. and trying to make out the text, you're not entirely sure, but a few key words that you pick up on, it becomes very clear very quickly that it is definitely talking about Wendigos.
Again. So fold a little piece of paper and then wave it so I can showing everyone, and then put it in one of my pockets.
Gotcha.
And moving out of the way just in case Bo falls.
Just
in case.
By the way, if you wanted to pull the wire up to inspect the bottom of it, you could.
I'll do that.
Yeah. So, you pull it up, and you can see what looked like rust is blood. There's just a bloody piece of torn jeans hanging from it. It becomes, pretty obvious just at a glance of the scene that the body was probably found hanging from this wire.
Yeah.
And dripping down.
Yeah.
Dude, we're just detectives. We found more information that these guys did, and we've only been here for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I guess I found
your hands are very kind of gross right now. They're not bloody.
Is there
there's congealed blood.
A rag somewhere in the barn?
Yeah, but not a clean one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just wipe this. That's horseshit.
I want to take
Yeah, pretty much.
I want to take the fur
Uh-huh.
and then make my way back.
All right, Parker, what are you doing?
Actually, I'm gonna call up and just be like, "Hey, get the jeans."
I'll get the ripped.
Yeah. So you get the ripped jeans.
I hope that's
Okay.
okay. Sorry.
So while you're up there, make another quick spot hidden for me. While you're up in the loft. Bo, I should probably say that one for the recording.
Kill it. Kill it. Nope.
I will go ahead and use my luck.
All
Make
right.
that a success.
7 luck.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you're making your way back, walking along, you see that along one of the upper windows in the roof, there's another patch of fur and a bit of blood.
Is that something I can get to?
No, there's without a ladder, you probably can't get up there. You could certainly try and climb, but it's going to be a lot more difficult than just climbing up onto the loft.
And if I fall from here, is there something? Is this over the loft part or over the open fall part?
With the open.
Yeah, this is over you would basically fall. It'd be dirt, but you wouldn't fall.
Can I call down to them and say, is there enough hay to make a soft place to land?
I'm going to look for a ladder.
All right. So you're looking for a ladder, and do you do anything with hay?
Oh yeah,
Parker?
Parker's going to be like, and just go over there and start stacking hay up at the bottom.
Okay. As you're doing that, the barn door rattles open, and
Alarm. Parker reaches for a gun.
Yeah, just kind of.
Probably he goes.
Okay. So the barn door rattles open, and you see a stern-looking man in his mid-20s, short-cut, black hair, looking around with cold eyes at all of you. I heard you wanted to question me about the body.
Yes. You found it hanging up on the wires, correct?
That is correct.
What time did you find the body?
It was around daybreak. 6 in the morning.
Okay. Did you hear any sounds prior that seemed suspicious to you?
He considers it for a few moments, and he shakes his head no.
Was it hesitation as in,
I'm thinking.
or was it hesitation as if, should I answer this question?
If you want to roll a psychology, you can.
I'm good at it. I'm good at these things. Listen, when combat starts, I'll hide in the corner and you guys do your thing. But
Nice.
hard success.
Hard success. You get the feeling that he might be holding something back.
Listen, friend, we're not blaming you for the murder, but any information that you can give us will help your case. You know, the police say that you're the most likely suspect.
He nods his head, seeming like that may have confirmed some suspicions that he had. Well, to be truthful, I notice not a sound but a lack of sound. Normally the animals make a ruckus early in the morning, but...
Are there any animals around?
Yeah, like when you came up, you saw there were not in the barn right now,
okay.
But on the way in, you saw your typical farm.
As if
you got a couple horses.
As if they were afraid of something, or
That could have been.
And what time was this around?
It was around probably 6 in the morning. I may have been a little later. I was. The rooster didn't crow.
Now, when you found the body, do you remember if the blood was fresh or had it been there for a while?
It was still dripping.
Still dripping. Well,
It's relatively fresh.
well, we'll have to go to, Newburgh.
What, Neversink?
No, Newburgh.
Where's Newburgh?
Which
Newburgh is the hospital.
is the hospital.
This is Neversink.
To investigate the body. We will probably be back. Please don't leave the city while we're gone, because it will make you look even more suspicious.
He nods his head.
Cooperate with the local police.
Of course, I have done nothing but cooperate so far.
Good. And we should be back, and we should try to get to the bottom of this, and hopefully find the real culprit.
So you don't suspect me?
Not yet, no. Should I suspect you?
No, of course not. I just find it surprising.
I'm on to you. Just, does he look relieved when I say that?
Slightly, yeah.
Okay.
You have to understand the last couple of days it feels like I've been fighting off the police with a stick.
Well, the problem with...
insistent that I must have done something.
The problem with local police is, they're not willing to do all the legwork to prove the case. They're good people, but they don't like to go the extra mile.
Roll a persuasion for me real quick. I'll give you a boost dice, because you're definitely you're coming off as on this guy's side.
What's a 65? That's a success, but hey, you know what I'll go for?
Yeah.
No, success. 65, that's a success. I'm fucking killing it right now.
He takes a deep breath. There is another thing, something I've left out. Well, fear of seeming crazy, or coming off as trying to lie and get out of this. As I was leaving the barn, I saw something jumping. He glances up towards the window.
Where the white fur is.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know that the white fur is there? Do I know what color the fur is?
I
called
out and said that there's white fur. Granted, at this point, when he looks up, he'll see Matus.
Did it look white by any chance?
I didn't get a good look. I just saw a shadowy something leaping from the window, the highest window in the barn, to a nearby tree.
It looked kind of like a giant wolf type thing, correct?
He looks confused and shakes his head. I didn't get a good look. I just saw something out of the corner of my vision.
Believe it or not, I 100% believe you.
That's a relief.
But we will be back. Again, cooperate with the police. Maybe leave that part out. but we will be back. I'm going to, I guess, try to look for a ladder. Also, do you know where a ladder is?
I have one out in the shed. He leaves and comes back a short time later with a ladder for
Cool.
you.
Helping him now.
Yeah. So with a ladder, it's an easy enough task to get up there, and you find yet more white fern. Looking through this window, now that you have that information, you can actually see the top of several trees leading towards and deeper into the forest. Look like they've been almost strangled and ripped. The bark is, sheared clean from the top of these trees.
I'm gonna say, Benny, you're really not gonna want to see this.
We're going into the woods again, aren't we?
Parker disliked
You're
that.
really not. You really don't want to know what I have to say to that. Then I guess I'll start making my way down.
All right. So,
How much time has it been?
it's probably been, at this point, you're nearing on that 30 minutes that you promised the cab driver. He's probably sitting there like, come on.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
be.
I'm going to stop Parker and tell them that you probably need to send the cab driver home. I would pay for it, but I am unfortunately running low on funds right now.
Parker rolls his eyes at that.
I'm always low on funds.
Trust me, I'm aware. Alright, so he's gonna go pay the man and send him on his way.
Alright. The cab driver drives off. Good luck, I guess.
Awkward stuff. Just like,
And I guess we're going to go fucking hiking through the woods again.
fuck me.
Who's going to lead this charge?
I guess I'll take it.
Alright,
Parker
so
will be
you
right
guys
behind
head into the woods
Okay.
once again.
I'm going to be in the back.
Question.
And I'm going to pull out my little pistol and have it ready, have it prepped and everything the
Have
entire
pea shooter
time.
ready. Okay, so Parker is actually going to ask Bo for the cloth. Or, not the cloth, the...
James.
Well, yeah.
Jeans.
Well, just the strips, yeah.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
Okay. Not the pants. Keep the pants on. Let's see if I can do the accent. Louisiana and Cajun style.
Oh, this is your first time.
Yeah, so we'll see if I can do it. Let me see that real quick. I'm gonna take it, and I want to roll a psychic because I have a thing.
That you do.
I don't know where I wrote it down, but I have a thing.
I remember what you had.
Yeah.
We didn't put any points
Now,
in psychic, so we don't do this dance.
We are going to probably give it a little more juice than it has
Okay.
in your standard Call of Cthulhu campaign.
That's fine.
So,
This is gonna be a tough one.
if it succeeds.
Yeah. Nope.
No?
Nope.
Alright, so you grip the cloth tightly in your hand, closing your eyes. Just trying to open yourself up to whatever there may be. After a few moments of long silence, nothing.
Nothing comes to me. Alright. Could I possibly try with the fur this time? Just one last time with the fur.
Yeah, you could also try and push it if you want.
We'll come back to that.
Alright.
I may. So he's gonna take the fur this time and try. Just kind of focus in, kind of look around, look at the fur, and then look around in the surroundings, see if there's something that comes to him. I am going to. Okay, that is 7. Yes.
You got my pockets open.
Okay, so yes. I'm using luck to get that one.
So, did you get a vision? Did you
So,
Selena Swanson your way into solving the case?
So, as you're trying to tune out Benny talking, you close the fur in your hand, and
Cocking the gun with the other. Pointing it at Benny. So continue.
you close your eyes, and his voice slowly fades from your hearing and instead is replaced with the sound of a car speeding down the road. You can hear a voice that's not familiar to you going, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit." And then you can hear gunshots. You can see, slowly coming into perspective, you are on top of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down into the windshield from above, riding on top of the car, you can see two faces. It's a taxi cab. You can see an unfamiliar cab driver and Henry, who is leaning out the window trying to shoot at you. One of the bullets grazes your shoulder, and then you hear him yell, "I think I got him," and then you grab him by the neck and rip him out of the car, and the car begins to careen off the side of the road.
Fun.
As it topples end over end and you jump to a nearby treetop, the vision ends.
Wow. Parker just like that.
So are we just going to stare in the woods while you
Can I try to track?
Yeah,
The treetop.
let me look at these skills real fast.
survival?
Yeah, it'd probably be
There's a
survival.
track. Track is a
Oh.
That's
is a skill.
I'll give you a bonus dice because the tracks are pretty damn obvious.
He just wants to get that skill up.
We're gonna push it because I want to try to get it up. So I'm gonna try to. I may not get a bonus on that. I get a bonus on that. I'm gonna set that back down. That was a 56.
Boom, baby.
Was that 16?
16.
16. Very nice.
Hard.
All right.
Look at you.
So, you can very easily follow the strangled treetops into the forest. The question is, do you?
Heck yeah.
Alright, so Bo begins walking
Let's
into
go.
the forest, following the signs of
I'm
the
going
snake
to
tree.
pull out my knife.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I realized that this gun's not gonna do jack shit. Cool.
What time is it?
I'm gonna
roughly
like
right now?
slowly and dejectedly put the gun back in the shoulder holster as I remember that, oh yeah, Wendigos, and just slowly just
And what time is it about right now?
Oh, it's probably midday.
Cool. Yep. So we're just gonna.
Parker, maybe you should load into your silver bullets.
I guess I'll have to.
And I'll stay in the back and hopefully safe.
Don't count on it.
It's reassuring.
So, you continue into the woods, following the treetops. After probably 30 minutes of walking into the woods, you're not necessarily lost. You could track your way back out, but you're really without any reference point aside from the treetops that you've been following. In the distance, you can make out a fleck of yellow in the
Tactic.
mostly green.
We know what we're looking for. Looking for a taxi cab.
Found it.
So,
God,
I
these
take it you all
fucking
report
local
it?
police are jack shit terrible. Like, we're not even trained detectives.
but they had no reason to go into the woods.
Yeah.
The only body they were looking for was
Henry's.
hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I'm going to go over to the taxi
Right.
cab.
We're out here following clues and finding shit they apparently didn't fucking find.
Also, you kind of like dug around in literal bloody hay.
They didn't do their
Clean
due
that shit up.
diligence.
Clean that shit up. Gross.
Yeah. I don't know, there's like a skit, and it was like, so there's all this blood here. It's like, ooh, clean that shit up. That's gross. Listen, I have a theory. And I wish I could remember who said it, but yeah, it's like a skit. It's like that's how 1920s crimes were solved, were theories.
In their defense, that wasn't a thing.
So you arrive at the taxi cab, which is turned over on its end, so the wheels are facing the sky. It's tilted slightly. Looks like it impacted the ground pretty heavily. From here, you can see there's not necessarily a cliff, but a pretty hilly area, and you can see very clearly where the taxi cab rolled down, taking out small trees and shrubbery on the way down.
Can I try to open the door?
Yeah. And as you approach, you're hit by the faint smell of decay. It's not bad yet, but it's starting, and you can see why. The cab driver's still in the cab.
Is he alive? Is he dead?
Oh,
100% dead. Okay.
Don't you guys have to roll sanity checks?
Yep.
Shit.
Parker has no idea why everyone's really upset.
That is a mega fail.
Oof.
Where's my die?
That is a mega fail.
So it's a 1d2.
1d2. So roll a d4, correct?
Or no, sorry, a 1d3.
Okay. Roll a d6.
So, yeah.
That's what I was.
1d4
That's
and
what
then
he said. That I was
negative, remove.
Oh, it's 1d6, and then 1, 2 is 1,
Yeah.
3, 4 is 2,
2,
5, 6
yeah.
is 3.
That's 3.
That's 3.
Okay. So
Good.
there's 3 sanity. You're not necessarily expecting to see a corpse. If you're expecting it, then it's not a biggie.
I also failed because I suck at this game.
Yeah.
And the die hate me. That's just 2. So,
Alright.
Yours bad. Parker's just like, what? Why
so
are you guys retching?
immediately puke.
So yeah.
Like that's Benny's go-to
Yeah,
move.
and it
just to
is
puke.
definitely a rough sight. The cab driver is halfway in and halfway out of the cab's front windshield.
Ooh.
Remind me next time, guys, that when I roll a spot hidden check, I get fucking advantage on those. Because I keep
Yeah.
forgetting. I have a trait,
Yeah.
and I immediately forget, and then I go, why did I fail that? I thought I was good at this. And then I remember, oh shit, yeah, I forget I have advantage on these things. Anyways, move on.
And it looks like it has been fairly well impaled by a tree branch
Yummy.
that most likely came through the window on the way down.
So, I'm gonna go,
Love meat skewers.
is the trunk open?
Yeah. And like the contents are just scattered on the
I'm
forest floor.
going to assume that a lot of this is Henry Adler stuff, correct?
Possibly.
I'm going to look at, see if I can see anything in particular.
Okay, so you're specifically looking around where the trunk fell over.
Yeah,
Alright,
correct.
correct the window. Alright, so looking through, you would find a single book. I mean, there were other things, but that's definitely the one that you're like, hey, a book.
Yeah.
Um,
Everything else is like
aside from-
clothes
yeah,
and
like
stuff.
clothes and things like that. You don't see any weapons.
Yeah. Is it the journal written in French?
No, actually, it's myths and legends of the northern Indian tribes.
Put that in my little jacket for later. Let everyone know that I found it. Got a book here.
Well, the 1920s. Indian tribes.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna put in my book,
I'm
and
sorry,
I'm going
Indian?
to,
Being period accurate. I'm
I
sorry.
know. Oh no.
I'm going to. Nothing else of importance in there.
Not in the debris that's fallen from the trunk. No.
Okay.
You can look around the car if anyone wants to look around for anything.
I'm gonna look.
specific.
I'm gonna try. I'm just looking around, seeing if there's any obvious clues.
Mhm.
I know I'm being vague as fuck right now,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for.
Possibly footprints or something of that nature, or claw marks along the trees.
Well, I would assume that the Wendigo attack happened on the road. They drove into the woods, and Henry and the Wendigo ran to the thing,
Barn.
the barn from here. Does that sound like that works? We'll tell Sheriff McGowan that we found the cab because he'll probably want to figure that out. I guess I'm going to open the book and start finding anything. I'm going to look for Wendigos in particular.
Alright. So, you're looking through, and you find a section on Wendigos. However, when you start reading, you find there's a page missing.
I wonder where that page is. Stick it.
Yeah, it's still bloody and pretty much unreadable.
Okay. So
you could possibly find another copy of the book to see what information.
Yeah. Well, that's a trip to the library. So that the page on Wendigos is missing.
Yeah. The one that most likely was in Henry's pocket.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna, I guess, put the book back in my book and the page back in my
Pocket.
coat
pocket.
Coat pockets. Do you think we should head back?
Parker's actually going to come around and look at the cab driver and see.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And kind of examine the cab driver, see if there's anything else possibly in the car left behind from Henry.
Roll a spot hidden.
It's close as fuck.
That is a regular success.
Regular success. So, two things that you know. The first one, just a cursory examination of the cab driver's corpse. Claw marks. Doesn't look like he's been really bothered in any way. This is most likely where he ended up when he died.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're not really sure why the Wendigo came back here. But, looks like it didn't bother him.
Gotcha.
However, also looking around, you can see that it looks like the interior of the car has several claw marks. And from the patterning of the claw marks, it looks like they are on the inside of the bottom of the roof, as if it crawled in here.
I was trying to back out.
Or it was inside, maybe looking for something.
Oh.
Possibly something was taken. However, you do find one thing of note that's kind of odd. Laying on the passenger side on the roof is a lead box with a hefty looking lock that's probably, I'd say, about half a foot by half a foot. It's not a very big box.
That sounds like a certain someone's
box.
wheelhouse.
Alright, so he's going to pick it up and kind of examine it. Just call over Benny. Hey, Benny,
Yes.
come over here a second.
So I'm gonna set the lead box on the car's flipped over, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna set it on the undercarriage and start pulling out my locksmith tools and start to pick the lock on it. Locksmith, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have ample time, so
Bad boy, I'm quick at this shit.
yeah.
It's part of my routine. Oh, that is a hard success.
All right, yeah. Within a few seconds, there's a click, and the lock falls open. Pull the lock off, open the box. It's empty.
We need to find what was in here, probably.
He just let out some spooky ghost. Was trapped in his box.
Which opened Pandora's box.
I'm free! Yeah. Fuck you! At last, now I will hunt you all!
Pemberton's box just got opened. I'm going to put the the lock back on, and I'm also going to. It's about a foot long. Do I have a pocket big enough to put that in there?
Can I just carry it?
It's also lead. It's pretty
Yeah,
heavy. This
okay.
thing's it's a
I'm
heavy...
going to schlep it off to Bo then.
Bless you.
Yeah, schlep it.
Yeah.
It's a band term. It's a music term.
Gotcha.
It means you carry your own equipment.
Gotcha.
That's how you know you're like a punk band or an indie band.
Gotcha.
So
I'm not a punk band. I don't know. Sorry.
yeah, the only other
I was in
thing
that
to note
scene.
about this box is that you would take it possibly to be custom made. It's a very thick lead box.
So I'm going to look to see if there's like some like with craftsman work like this. I just imagine that somebody signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So I'm just going to kind of
Exam.
Yeah,
To
looking
examine
around,
it, yeah.
seeing if you can
see if
find
there's
a name.
maybe check see if there's any secret
You
compartments.
do see initials. If you want to roll a spot hidden for secret compartments, you can.
Oh, bad boy. Guess what I remembered? I get advantage on this. Not that I need it. That's a extreme success.
Very nice.
Right out of the gate. I got the same. It's extreme. It's a 7. Extreme success. Is there a hidden compartment?
As far as you can tell, no. No
Okay.
hidden compartments.
Feel pretty confident in that because I extreme successed it. So,
Yeah.
but what's the
You
initials?
gave it a fairly thorough look, and 1 second on those initials. Let me just check my notes if I actually have the notes.
I know all about it. I know all about secret compartments as like a stage magician. Where that's a prop magic thing if I've ever heard one.
For now, I'm just going to tell you that fuck, I might not actually have that.
The
Yeah.
clue. The clue is gone. What happened to the clue?
That's fairly important too. So,
Two letters.
God, I'm a dummy.
2 letters.
I'm a
right.
dummy. It's on the other side. Of course it is. All right, WB.
Wendigo Batty.
Yeah. Wendigo bad.
Warner Brothers.
That's what I was
What
thinking.
brothers?
That's what I was thinking.
What was Wesley's last name? Do we know?
Rhymes.
Oh, okay.
Do I recall that name? Do I recall? Can I roll an idea check to see if I know what those initials might be?
If you want to.
Fuck it. Like,
What were the other 2 people that were with Henry? What were their names?
one of them. I don't think any of them was WB. I stand by my thing. I don't think anyone was
I
WB.
can't remember. I should have taken notes.
No.
No.
Nope. Don't
You're
recall.
searching your brain, and the name,
not
the
coming
WB does not really strike any.
I want to try to take the box and run another sidekick.
Alright.
Let's see. That is most definitely a success.
Okay, very nice. So it's just a very brief glimpse of the hammer coming down onto a the box that's being constructed. You can see large, rough hands, your own hands. Hammer in one, stabilizing the box with obviously something to make sure you don't burn it with the other. And the inside, the interior of a smoky shop, which seems somewhat familiar to you.
The shop where I got the bullets.
It seems like it might be the place.
Interesting.
Did you get anything with your magic power? Did you get anything?
There's something. The Smith.
Do we recall the Smith's name at Lisbon?
You may not have even asked his name.
I don't think he did.
We're dumb. We're dumb as fuck.
We didn't ask a lot of names.
Where certain shops wouldn't have been like on the, like especially if it was like the locksmith or not locksmith, the blacksmith, wouldn't that like been on
It
his
may
sign?
have been, but I don't think you can remember the name, even if you
Well,
can see it on the sign.
We have to go to Is Newburgh on the way up to Lisbon?
Newburgh is actually east.
East of Lisbon.
Not Lisbon, but east of your current location. So it's not on the way, but it's also not out of the way. It's not like you're backtracking south.
So do you want to stop at Newburgh and then head on to Lisbon to see if that might have been the shop workers doing this box?
Yeah,
I think that'd be smart.
Okay. Well, we're going to tell Sheriff McGowan that we found the cab. Maybe we keep the Wendigo stuff a secret for now, for obvious reasons. Keep the box hidden up and just kind of let him know that there's a cab down here.
Probably for the best.
Okay. We're also going to have to walk back into Neversink.
Ooh, I don't like that.
So I'm gonna start climbing up the hill, I guess.
Keeping track of time, it was roughly noon when you arrived. You spent probably half an hour searching the barn, another half an hour walking into the woods, and probably 15 to 20 minutes searching the cab.
It's like 1:30.
The walk back is about an hour, so
It's
it's
2:30. It's fine.
Yeah,
We're
2 or
good.
3:30.
We're good. We'll walk back there.
All right. So you arrive back in the center, quote unquote, of Neversink.
Covered in dirt and tired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head back into the post office. And
the sheriff of this town is there. However, it doesn't seem like the 2 patrol cars are gone.
okay.
At this point. So it seems like they've moved on or possibly gone somewhere to get some food.
Is Sheriff McGowan here?
No, he went off to get some lunch. What do you need?
Well, I work for the New York Times. We're doing a cover story on the murder on Henry Adler, and I came across some information that you may want to know. Or he may want to know. You too.
Alrighty. Yeah. What is it?
So about point up the hill and give like 2-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, about a 2-minute drive up there. Over on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Right-hand side there. You'll see a cab. It's kind of that looks like it's crashed into the woods. I believe that might have been Henry Adler's
McCown is dead.
Henry Adler's ride into the city. So there is a cab driver's body there too. So
Oh god, another body.
another body, yes.
And why? What makes you think that it's Adler's cab? Why do you?
Well, we found a trail that of like broken trees and stuff that led from the barn to the cab. So
Broken trees?
yes.
Like entire trees toppled down?
Not like tree limbs and stuff.
Oh, okay. So some big guy maybe killed Adler. Revenge.
Yeah, bigger than
the cab driver too.
Yeah, looks like it. Yes.
Oh, great. That's what I need.
But we're telling you this so you can go get that body. Just so you have some information as well.
All right. Well, thanks for your help. Are you all staying around town?
No, we're going to go on to Newburgh to see if we can get a look at the body.
All right. Well, if you need any help, if they try and stop you, just tell them Officer Fremont sent you. That should get you past.
Will do. I'm gonna go shake his hand, which is like covered in like coagulated blood. I guess
he takes it and then he kind of like draws back. He's like, "Oh god, what you been digging around in?"
The Times makes us be very thorough in our investigations.
I can tell.
I thought we were journalists.
We are. Listen, they don't know what the fuck journalists do.
They journal.
They journal.
I guess they do investigate that thoroughly.
What do journalists do? They be journaling.
But I guess
away.
Also, can I borrow a phone to call for a cab?
Yeah, of course. There's one right over there.
And do you have a place where I can wash my hands?
Yeah, there's a bathroom down the hall.
Cool. I'm gonna go wash my hands first.
Okay.
And then
He
call
appreciates that.
for a
He
cab.
remembers
Fremont
Yeah.
appreciates that.
Call for a cab.
Yeah. As you're sitting there, Fremont's kind of like looking at you. Or did you go into the...
100%
No,
not
okay.
going there.
No. Parker's not looking to get arrested.
Yeah.
They both didn't.
He's like,
Okay.
wow, I'm pretty sure I saw you on a wanted poster.
Yeah, just like kind of...
You look just like that one
familiar.
guy. Shot at a bunch of people, killed someone.
They 100% did not go in.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, I don't know why I got the impression you all went in. So
They've been pretty hardcore. Like,
yeah.
Here the problem is, now that we only have 3 of us and 2 of them don't go into fucking police stations.
Yeah.
Benny has to go in by himself.
Hunter might
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I hope so.
Oh, yes.
might make a
That
legal
is a
character.
thing to announce to on the
maybe
video.
next week.
Yeah.
Next
We'll
week
we may have a 4th player.
have a fill in. So
So
hooray! Potentially hooray.
potentially.
But I'm going to spread the good news and remind them that we need to mention Officer Fremont's name
Yeah.
on the way into the morgue at St. Luke's.
So after about an hour, a cab arrives. Not the same cab.
Oh.
Yeah. Different cab driver. You all pile in. All right, where are you guys going?
We're going to New.
St. Luke's morgue in Newburgh.
All right. And then trundle along. It's about another hour. So at this point, it's
3:30.
Well, it was about 2 o'clock before, and then you
Waited an hour.
walked. Yeah, you waited an hour. So it's like 4:30.
That's probably the last thing we do for the day.
So
Potentially.
Newburgh, fairly decent size city, probably equivalent to Ogdensburg. You've got some resources there. You've got a library. You've got the police station, although they may not have anything actually of use to you there.
Okay.
But
So, is anyone skilled in libraries?
Man, if only we had Izzy.
Well, I'm going to go into the library to see if I can find the missing page of the book.
I'm gonna go with Benny.
Do you,
What?
Izzy's taking a nap.
Parker, do you want to go investigate the body?
Pretty good at that.
Because you apparently have no qualm about staring at a dead body, and we do.
Now,
I see one or two.
just so you know, if you're mentally prepped to look at a dead body, you don't have to roll unless it's someone you actually. Well, no, actually you do know, Henry.
Yeah.
So that one.
Yeah.
She,
Parker's like, I remember.
Parker doesn't. That's why I'm like, hey, maybe we don't go there. But I'm going to go to the library.
All right.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for a missing page in the tribes of the North Indian tribes.
The
I have
myths
the
and
book.
Legends of Northern Indian tribes.
The myths and legends of Northern Indian tribes. Is there a receptionist?
There's a librarian. Yeah.
Librarian. Can I ask her if they have that book?
She, takes a look at the side of the book, looks over it, says, "Well, we can certainly take a look." So.
Won't it be this fucking book? We have it. We have that book.
Yeah. So.
Because it's the one we have in our hand.
I take it you probably want to resolve that before you do the body then.
Yeah, probably.
So you would get to the book, and she pulls it out, hands it to you, and says, "Are you looking for anything specific? If you already have the book."
Well, ours is missing a page, and I just wanted to make sure, if there was any juicy information on that page. I'm a writer by trade, and I'm trying to do a book and using this as a reference.
Well, if you'd like some more source information, I can definitely help you with that. Just, come and get me. I'll be up at the...
If you want to start making a list of books for us to check out, then we're doing most of our studies on Wendigos, if that helps.
All right. I've never heard of a Wendigo before, but I can definitely find
I didn't
things
until
on
I started
Indian
writing
tribes.
on the book. So I'm going to start, shuffle to that page of the book.
So, reading over it, there were details of the Wendigo on the pages previous to this one, but this one is myths and legends specifically dealing with how to deal with a Wendigo and how to kill a Wendigo.
Silver.
And while silver is definitely mentioned as a way to harm it, you come across the passage which describes the final killing of a Wendigo. A Wendigo can only be killed permanently by piercing its heart with a silver rod and then taking its icy cold heart, burying it in a churchyard in a lead box.
Oh.
Otherwise it will return. And anyone foolish enough to kill a Wendigo or attempt to without going through the proper measures of making sure that it doesn't rise again will be hunted to the ends of the earth.
I'm going to just lean over to Bo and I go, I think I figured out what was in the box.
What?
Wendigo heart. And show him the page.
Either that or Henry was preparing to put it in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's good that we have the box now.
Do I remember if Lisbon had a church?
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. Every place has a church.
I think I'm gonna.
That's a southern thing.
Yeah.
We're thinking of the South, where every fucking city has 8 churches.
Yeah, but also 1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to step outside and smoke.
I'm going to go back to the librarian to see if there's any more Wendigo lore.
Yeah. So you spend the time. This time, actually, I do want you to roll a library.
Oh God.
Because you're mostly reading through books and trying to find specific things that you.
Let's see. Well, I want to smoke my cigarette. I want to come back in and help him do that.
All right.
Parker's probably going to join you for that cigarette.
Instead of rolling separately, just roll with a boost as he helps you. Basically you're both sitting there reading books.
Oh.
Libraries. Well.
Fucked it up. Nothing.
So, the only things that you really find, because you do find a few passages, especially in the book that you already had, some of the different abilities of the Wendigo that you didn't previously know it had. The ability to perfectly mimic the voice of pretty much anyone. Not only the voice, but just different animal calls. It can pretty much mimic any sound of anyone else.
Cool.
Question, are they reading this out loud?
They could be, but you're currently looking at
I'm probably...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm probably reading it to you.
Some mythology says that if the Wendigo is able to come in contact with your blood, it can actually take some of your memory.
Fuck, man. It just keeps getting worse. It's remember that thing that we almost died killing in episode 1? Yeah, that thing's back, and it was barely fucking trying. Okay, keep going. What else do we know?
Died.
See, the difference between those two was before you were hunting it.
Yeah,
now it's hunting me.
See, the whole, it's either we go fucking be proactive or die in our fucking homes was a weirdly good call on Denny. Okay, anything else?
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
And that was stuff that you already had in that book,
Okay.
It was on the same page as how to deal with it. Okay. So, Parker, alone at the hospital.
Don't worry about it. Yet again, Parker disliked that. He's been very unhappy this entire thing.
Oh, is
it paused? Oh.
You mean to pause it?
Yeah,
You can,
sure.
yeah. We'll take a break.
All right. So, Parker, you're arriving alone at the hospital.
Yeah.
So, you step inside. You need to look around. It's your typical hospital. Take it. You go up to whoever's at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look you up and down. Can I help you?
I'm looking for a Henry Adler.
Well, let me just check really quickly. He looks through the records real fast. Just checking a bit of paperwork, and he says, well, I'm sure you already know, Henry Adler he's in the morgue. Why exactly do you need to go down there and...
Oh, you're good to go. Keep going.
So, he's just looking at you kind of concerned. You don't seem like the general, you don't really look like a police officer, and you definitely don't look like a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Sent here by Officer Fremont.
Officer Fremont, he checks over the records. Well, I suppose you can't really do any harm, so...
The worst fucking doctor. The worst fucking...
Receptionist.
I guess you can't hurt.
I mean,
It's
he's
20.
dead.
What are they gonna do? Re-kill him?
Yeah, exactly.
Officer Fremont.
So, he tells you where you need to go. It's down the stairs. Take a left, last door at the end of the hall.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask that you knock before going in, just in case there's anyone doing an examination. I don't want to disturb them.
I'm just gonna kind of nod and keep going, not really paying attention.
And, you leave him looking mildly disturbed, as you do many people.
It's got that
This is the
dead eyes. It's got that look.
So, you head down to the morgue and come to the room where Henry Adler's body is, and, you knock. Do you knock? I'm not going to put options in your mouth.
Probably not.
Probably not? Alright, so you walk in, there's nobody in there.
Cool.
And
Glad I didn't knock.
you can see a body with a sheet over it.
Yummy.
Mm.
I love when they present my food out for me. Nice. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I thought that was the Fallout campaign.
It was. What if I just make a picnic? Come on. I eat people. Okay, so anyway, he's going to walk up to the examination table and pull off the sheet.
Alright, so
Head first. Just
there isn't a head.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, the body has been mostly eaten.
cool.
There's
Question. For what has not been eaten, is it just completely gone, bone and all, or is it just like meat off the bone, like meat and fat and tissue off the bone?
yeah, it looks like meat, fat, tissue off the bone.
So there are still bones left.
Yeah, and there's still meat and all that.
Yeah.
It just looks like
Wait.
Chunk, like it went through
The
Yeah.
face is gone?
the entire head.
There's just like shoulders and torso. They might have found the head elsewhere, but it's.
I have a question, but I'm not there, so keep going.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Perhaps the most alarming thing, though, as you're looking over the body, you see there's something sticking out of what remains of the chest cavity. It's like a bit of leather or something. You're not sure. It's definitely not a part of tissue.
All right, he's going to reach into his pack, and I'd say he probably has a pair of gloves. Reaches into his pocket, pulls out one of his gloves, probably a driving glove or something of that nature, slips it on, pushes his sleeve up, and reaches in and grabs it.
Okay, so you pull it out. It looks like it's been shoved in, possibly like you know the creature that you are hunting, and it very easily could have shoved whatever this was in with its claws and left it there.
Gotcha.
As you tug it out, it doesn't come out easily, but you do manage to pull it out, and you have
not the first time I've dug around someone's open chest cavity.
bloody, worn baseball glove, like a baseball mitt.
Oh, that's gross to find in someone's chest.
Yeah.
I never did like baseball. Especially don't like baseball now. What was it catching his fucking heart? Jesus. Alright. I'm going to hold it out, kind of just holding it like normal. Not like grossed out, holding it like normal, going, does it appear to be a child's glove or an adult's glove?
Yeah,
child's glove. Okay.
Cool.
Seems like don't like that. Let's see. He's going to continue to examine the body and to see if there's anything else that would stick out.
So, looking over the body, if you hadn't already, if you had come here first, you might have gotten some clues as to what exactly caused this. Looking over the body, you see some telltale signs that really, point to the Wendigo. The fact that the fingertips are blue with almost black in places from frostbite. The corpse has definitely been eaten, and the bones are gnawed. So, aside from that, you can tell what caused this. It definitely lines up. But outside of that, there's not that much here to see.
Gotcha.
If you wanted to make a medical check to look anything in particular further, you can, but...
No, not the medicine type. So, no, he's not really sure what he's going to be looking for and looking at exactly, so he's going to bypass that. He will examine the glove, though, and just kind of look it over, kind of check inside the glove, see if there's anything or any
Looking
evidence.
inside the glove, you see just a small inscription on the inside, just initials WG in faded black.
WB and WG are the...
Oh, WG I get.
Yeah.
Yep, WG I got.
Yeah. WB we don't got.
The WB. I got it. It's that frog. You got
Oh yeah.
So Steph, we gotta find a frog.
Case closed. We know it's a frog.
Behind it all along.
The WB.
So okay, yeah.
That's why you did it.
He did enjoy baseball. So that is a thing that we know. So would Parker be able to reach out and contact these two using the telepathy?
Roll a psychic power.
Okay.
If you can reach them, they probably can't reach back.
That is an extreme success.
Yeah. So, you hear his voice in your heads, however, you can't really respond.
Well, I guess it's time to go check out the morgue.
So, yeah, what do you say?
Let's see.
How does sneaky can make him want to do? Because I'm a terrible person. But keep
going. What?
Keep going.
Okay. Look. Looks like I found something connecting this to the kid.
The kid.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. The kid.
It's a hard accent.
It is. Fuck Louisiana, the entire state.
Yeah.
They got good food.
It's in a swamp. They don't deserve to live there. They shouldn't live there.
Their food, bomb as fuck.
Put it on record.
Food, bomb as fuck.
Okay, but keep going.
Okay. One gumbo, dang it. Wesley, found a... Get over here.
So,
that accent sucks.
I have both copies.
Can't do it.
I have both copies of the book, correct? Of the myths and legends of the...
Yes. Although, if you want to take the other copy out. You have to get a library card. So.
Oh no, I'm fucking switching them.
Oh.
I'm
you
fucking
monster.
switching the books.
You monster.
Somebody's going
You're
to...
using your library use for darkness.
I'm switching, dude.
That sounds exactly like something Benny would do.
I'm switching the books.
Okay, you switch out.
Is that a sleight of hand check? I'll be willing to make
Oh,
it.
there's no one around.
He's like, I'm going to
You
pull
just
out this
do
little
it.
sticker
Like,
and put it in the other
yeah, there's no one around. They're not double checking on
Cool.
you. This isn't.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna head to the morgue.
Question.
With my new hook.
Real quick. Are you putting the bloody page in the book, closing it, and putting
No,
it on the shelf?
I'm keeping the bloody page.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, what the actual hecky?
Assuming I don't find assuming I don't find a picture of something here soon, that has to go on the cork board.
That makes sense.
Something has to go on the cork board by the end of the session. But I'll head in. I guess maybe Bo follows me.
So
Obviously.
while you're waiting, because it's about a 20-minute. You're probably gonna. I don't know if you're taking a cab to get to the hospital from the library as well.
We're walking it.
Okay. So yeah, it's like a 20-30 minute walk.
Jesus, this is a big city.
It's a pretty big city, yeah. That's. I'd say more on the end of 20 minutes. But during that time, you're still down in the morgue. Are you staying down there?
Yes.
Okay.
With all of the certainty that comes with you asking that question.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you staying in the morgue? I think so, I guess.
Not anymore.
I wish I wasn't. No.
Is this a trick question? Am I going to die either way?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Boy.
We gotta hurry up and get the.
So the layout of the morgue, or at least this portion of the morgue, is to a point partial basement. There are, those basement windows along the top that look in, provide a little bit of light, and aside from that, it's just a single table and some places for slabs, medical equipment. But you're hanging out down there, just waiting on everyone else to show up. And
Alert.
After maybe
hand on the gun, other hand on the glove.
Yeah. After maybe 5 or 10 minutes of waiting, you can feel a slow chill creeping into the air.
Exciting. I got chills, they multiply. I'm about to start losing control. Okay, continue.
So, is there anything you want to do? You can feel the temperature visibly starting to drop. You can see your breath.
He's going to reach for his handgun.
Okay.
And pull it out. And he's going to probably just keep an eye on all the entrances and the exits and the windows. Just keep an eye on any entrance this thing could possibly have.
Brian goes, well, you split the party for 2 years straight, or if I'm going to fucking punish you for that decision tonight.
Right now, right here. I regret my decision to look at the body. Okay, sorry. Continue.
As you're looking at the different entrances and exits, you can look up at the glass and you can see frost crystals spreading across the glass.
Fun.
As you take that in, a long single finger, far too long to be human, scratches across the glass, and you hear a familiar voice say, "Cookie, come out and play."
Sid's long middle finger pressed against the window. Bitch Wendigo! Fuck you, man! So, he's going to look very upset, just very angry. And he's going to aim his gun at the window.
Alright.
Staying silent, just watching.
You see the hand come down, full hand now, grabbing at the bottom where the sill is, and it begins to yank.
He's going to reach out to them and say, "You might want to hurry."
Do we hear that?
Roll a psychic power.
Okay.
But she rolled an extreme last time.
Ah, that's true.
And we're a hair bit closer now because we are.
Yeah, because it's been about 10 minutes. We'll say that, yeah, you hear that.
Cool.
We go faster
Okay.
because
Start to run.
typically in our new line of work, when you need to hurry, bad shit are happening. So I guess we're going to sprint.
Okay,
Mhm.
you start to sprint towards the hospital. Meanwhile, you have your hand on your gun, but is
Yes.
your first intention to fire?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right, so
Shoot fast, talk later.
you're going first.
Fine. Okay. So. All right.
You thought it could only attack at night.
Yeah.
Who said that?
No?
No one said that.
No, I mean, like,
Most
you guys
people
thought
would
you were
think,
safe.
yeah, during the day. Yeah. Okay, so that's a regular success.
Okay. So, how many bullets are you firing with?
Are you firing with your?
Oh,
Tommy
right,
gun
your
or
No,
your
it's only the
handgun?
handgun.
So it's
Handgun.
So
one?
because that's all I've got.
One. All right. I am going to say, because right now the only thing you can see is a hand prying at the window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you roll a disadvantage because that is almost full concealment.
Question: would BDI give me the ability to shoot at this thing? Because BDI lets me shoot at things like small items and small creatures.
Yeah.
So it would just be regular.
I mean, you can still hit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's partially concealed. And does BDI give you? Does it take away penalty dice from shooting at things that are partially concealed?
That I don't know. Let me check.
Steve's checking.
Thanks, Steve.
Just so we
Steve,
know, go ahead and roll two things for me.
Okay.
Roll the penalty dice to see if it would hit anyway, because if it does, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And secondly, if you do hit either way, just roll damage. So
Okay.
just roll. What was your first roll? You got a regular success.
Was it 47,
Yes.
I think?
Yeah, something
47.
like that.
All right, so just roll the 10 to see if it changes anything. Yeah. So it doesn't. Yeah, doesn't matter. You hit either way.
Hmm.
So you said beady-eyed or eagle-eyed?
BDI.
Media.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
'Cause I have eagle-eyed, I think.
That's 9.
9 damage.
Yes.
Damn. All right.
Question. I just have the regular handgun, so that's just 1d10 flat, correct?
Yes.
Because I don't know. Like I said, I wrote that down kind of in a hurry.
So the only thing I'm finding is Deadeye.
For, I don't know. I don't know what it was.
I'm finding Dead-eyed.
I don't have a picture of that.
And its character has a bonus die for firearms and throwing combat. I'm not finding a beady eye.
Okay. I wrote it down somewhere. BDI, ignore penalty for firing into melee, and I never finished. Great. You might wanna mark this, by the way.
So you made it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see your bullet, there's a loud crack, and the bullet shatters the glass, and you see the hand retract as you hear the all too familiar screeching scream of the Wendigo. I want you to go ahead and roll a sanity check.
Okay.
Hey, we missed out on that.
Okay, let's see.
I'm not finding it, so. But it doesn't matter, so we'll look at it later.
Am I able to use luck on...
Sanity check?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Have both
Okay.
of you.
Then I failed. But
Alrighty.
golly, that sucks. I barely failed.
So,
That's
then you are going to be taking a 1d4. Go ahead and roll that.
4.
4. So yeah, you lose 4 points of sanity as you hear this again, and you realize you are in a tiny room all alone.
Great, fun. I love it. I love it.
There are... How much does that mean so far? Because you... No, you didn't lose sanity.
No, I was going to say. So that means 4.
Yep. So...
I can only lose 10 more.
There's silence. The temperature begins to rise.
Do we hear a gunshot go off?
Oh yeah, you hear a gunshot go off in the distance.
Can we run even faster towards the hospital?
Can we take strain to run fast?
Exactly. Calm down, Star Wars. Let's Pulp Cthulhu.
So, but we're sprinting as literally as fast as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you arrive at the hospital.
Yes.
You can see their police cars converging on the area.
I'm going to send a psychic message to Parker.
Yeah, Parker, what did you do immediately after that?
Probably went to check the window,
Okay.
but say at a safe distance.
Oh yeah. So you go to the window and you can see there's a bit of blackish gray blood from where your bullet connected, kind of spattered across the glass, or not the glass, sorry, the grass. The window shattered. And upstairs you can hear shouts.
Gotcha.
Gunshot was just fired in the hospital, so
Yes.
they're not sure what's going on.
After that, he's probably going to check and see if he can see anything out the window. And he's going to see if he can lift it and climb out.
There's not much left of them. Like where you shot it shattered,
okay.
so you can
All right.
clear the glass away if you want to climb
yeah,
out.
he probably is going to break away and make sure there's nothing waiting up above to chop his head off.
Okay.
Just kind of do a quick glance.
Go ahead and roll a spy.
Jesus, dude. It's a fumble. Doesn't see anything.
What does that mean, old
So-
keeper?
You kind of like poke your head out the window, looking up, and you see the sun up there, and it's pretty bright, kind of a glare in your eyes, but you don't see anything. You don't feel that chill in the air. You're fairly sure it's gone.
I don't trust that. Ron may just be fucking with me, and I could crawl out and it's like, all right, you go about your day, you remarry, you end up having 4 kids, and you change, you're a changed man. But then it could also be like, no, you step out and it yoinks you and bites your throat out. The end. Happy birthday.
But make a move.
All right.
You were originally going to go out the window.
Yeah. He is going to go out, but he's going to make sure that when he goes out, he is looking up so he can have his gun ready. So he's going to kind of hop up on the edge, gun ready.
Okay. Roll me climb, because it's pretty high up there. It's top of the.
If only you were present for this.
You're trying to do something fairly athletic to be backwards and pointing up when you climb out.
Yeah. Nope. That is a fail.
Fail?
Yes.
Okay. So you're
Not far off, but still
yeah,
fail.
you climb up to the top of the window, and that part's pretty easy. You climb up, and you're trying to like twist yourself around and get over. And as you're trying to twist and point up towards the,
Why did I put points in read lips? Sorry.
as you're trying to point up and get a view on everything above you, something grabs your collar and begins to pull you.
Oh shit. It's Bo. Woo!
So you two are making your way into the hospital once again. Police officers converging on the area.
Maybe we shouldn't go into the hospital because if we go in, they're obviously going to want to question us.
We gotta get to Parker.
I want to send a message to Parker saying, "Hey, are you inside are you inside the hospital?"
All he hears is probably. Actually, can emotion be conveyed through this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Strong emotion is like sent in waves. Essentially, you would feel it if you're close enough.
Yeah. How freaked out are you guys going to be when Parker shows fear?
I'm just gonna not even.
Yeah, I guess we're running into the hospital.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay no attention to what Benny said and just take right off in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to be able to I mean, I guess he can just say something about the windows.
Yeah, I guess we're running into the hospital.
Okay. So you run into the hospital. You can see people making their way down towards the morgue. You see a police officer talking to the person up at the front desk. He came in and said that someone from some center. I don't know. Just freaking out.
I want to follow people.
Okay. Where's the shooter? Where's the shooter?
The guy at the front desk. They went down to the morgue. I don't know.
Like, pull out a gun and go, officers, on me! And just start going down the stairs.
All right.
It's called the Bavarian fire drill. Have you heard of it? Pretend you're authoritative, and maybe they'll fucking listen
roll me
to
a
you.
fast talk.
Maybe they'll fucking listen to you.
You know what? Fair.
You can push and scream it.
I'm going to push it, and once I realize that no one's here, I'm gonna be like, BLI agent, on me! Cool. Thank fuck. It's a success.
Yeah, so there's a moment where they're kind of like, what? And then when you yell that, they're like, oh, okay, and they, start quickly.
I promise, I'm part of the police. I'm totally not part of the police.
Back to Parker.
I've never policed in my life. Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
You are being pulled by your collar by something that feels fairly strong. Do you resist? Do you struggle?
Yes.
Okay.
110%.
Alright, so roll me we're going to call it a fighting brawl to get out of a fighting maneuver.
Okay. That's a fail, but I kind of want to push it. He's going to start trying to grab a hold of things and pull himself
Now,
free.
you are currently halfway inside of a window that
Oh.
previously was full of broken glass.
Right.
Pushing this could result in you getting some serious cuts. But if you want to, you can go ahead. I'm just giving you the
Yeah.
Someone has to
knowledge of what's
Yeah.
going on.
What could
Brian, aren't you glad that I played a face character? And my quick thinking
know
skills are back in action.
You know what? I think instead he's going to try and... You know what? Yeah, he's going to attempt to pull
If
himself
worse
free.
comes worse, we're at a hospital.
Okay.
We're at a hospital.
You're not wrong.
So you're trying to pull yourself free?
How the fuck are we going to explain this? Yes, you see our compatriots, who's a wanted man. Go ahead.
They don't have to know that. They don't have to know that.
Pull him out the window.
He just happens
I was
to
here the
look
whole
like that
time.
guy.
Yeah.
He just happens to
Go
look
ahead and
like
roll.
that. I guess, yeah, he's going to try to break free.
So you're pushing it?
Yeah, sure. Oh god, I'm nervous. I don't like this. Oh,
16.
thank fuck. Oh my god. And that's a hard success.
Alright.
Oh my
Look at you!
Woo!
So as you yank free, you feel a clammy, cold finger that feels extremely pruny swiping at the back of your neck as your collar rips.
Oh, great.
You can feel the long fingertips scratching but not breaking the skin as you slide back down into the morgue room and see Benny burst through the door. Gun pointed. 6 guys behind him, all guns pointed.
Yeah. Question. Did that
Big
back
damn
scratch-
heroes moment.
Did that back scratch feel good though? How good was that back scratch? No, okay.
Do we see anything?
You see Parker, who is probably a little pale, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Basically, pulling and pushing against this window, and then finally pushing backwards and back, and then landing on the floor and looking
Clatter.
at you all.
One of our agents was attacked. He must have gotten out the window. Men, go get him!
All right, roll a fast talk.
I guess as soon as the cops come in, Parker's probably going to cover his face too.
Can I push it?
Who are you?
I want to push it.
That man's wanted. He's killed multiple people.
I want to push it.
Killed my
Alright.
wife.
Like, again, realize that nobody. I have superiority. Go. Success.
All right.
That is as close as you can get to being a fail.
74 out of 75.
All right.
Oh my
Just a
gosh. Jesus.
So, as you say this, you see a couple of them kind of like look around, looking confused, and one of the younger officers who looks a little bit timid and afraid of being kicked off the force, possibly runs over to the window and kind of looks up and then starts to climb through.
What a lad.
Yeah.
What a hero.
Parker's still trying to cover his face
I'm gonna
like,
step
with his
towards
arms.
Parker to try to keep them from seeing Parker.
Yeah. So you're kind of like keeping them from seeing Parker, and you notice a couple of them are looking towards you, and then you hear a horrible screaming as you see the officer who was starting to climb through the window begins to jerk around violently.
I sent a man to his fucking death.
His gun begins to fire. You can hear something outside screeching, and then his body falls to the floor in the morgue. And at first you're like, oh, phew, he's fine. But you look down and his head is gone.
That's a sanity check.
Killed a man.
That's a sanity check.
Yeah, that's a sanity check. I think that's probably possibly a sanity check even for Parker. That's more than...
Boo! I passed!
Maybe, I don't know.
That's why he might have his head ripped off.
I passed.
I did not.
He's killed a few people. We'll see.
See, that's a D6.
In a shocking turn of events.
Is it a 1d6?
If you fail.
I
It's-
Okay.
You failed. We'll call that one a 1d4 plus 1.
Okay.
Was
By
I?
the way,
Would I be looking at the window if I'm covering Parker?
Probably when you heard the scream.
Yeah, I'm sure, like-
Parker's at the window.
Wow. You said
Also,
what was it?
Harden
1d4 plus 1.
Harden ignores sanity from murder. So
Okay.
he's
5.
killed a few people.
5. What does that put your sanity loss total at?
The amount.
37.
All right.
8.
8.
Yep.
All right. So that's our first indefinite insanity.
For Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Shockingly, I passed my sanity check.
And then
Yes,
I
that
rolled
is
max on what I could roll.
Oh fuck.
All right. So let me roll some dice really quick.
Don't like that.
Well, that's why you put this up at the beginning. You know. You know.
Probably gonna make Bo shit himself.
I've only lost 2 so far, so I'm off to a good start.
I've lost. Let's see.
Okay. Would you like to roll a 1d10?
I would.
I'm gonna roll mine. Or
Seal your
theirs?
fate.
Roll, the one that's it's treated me so well so far. It's been treating you well so far. Is low good or which one? Like,
I'm just gonna roll
what's
and not think
good?
about it.
6.
That's pretty good
So
in the middle.
we
That's,
broke in the middle.
watch 6 be the worst fucking
They're
one.
like 6.
Wow.
Wow.
Like my brain goes
You have.
higher being better or lower being better.
So that's why we get in the middle.
Yeah.
We're just gonna see. We're just gonna hold on and wait
Like,
for
I
it out.
don't know.
Oh, randomly 6. Nothing happens. Yes.
6 is the best option.
6. You
So-
shit yourself just a little. Alright, mud flaps.
Not my dunderee.
Because I forgot the books like a dummy, I don't actually have exactly what happens. So we'll definitely come back to that. But you're gonna have some lasting issues from this, possibly a phobia or mania. But for now, when you see the corpse drop from the morgue window, you pass out.
Question: is he passing out on me?
Yep.
Shit! How much do you weigh now? How big are you? Are you bony?
No. No.
Even worse, he's beefy, so he's going to absolutely crush me.
Did you pass your 6? Did you? Oh, you don't. You
I
didn't
don't-
have to fucking roll.
Exactly.
I
I murder people.
passed mine like shockingly.
Yeah.
shockingly off character. I passed my sanity roll.
Looks at the body. I shot someone who looked like him once.
But
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't shoot kids.
I guess I'm going to
Not often.
maybe we should get a doctor in here.
One of the officers that's kind of like gagging, looking down. I don't think a doctor's gonna help.
Him, probably not. No, but him who just passed out, maybe.
A couple of them at this point have like run around. They definitely aren't even worried about Parker right now. They are like leaving, going around the side to see if they can find out who or what just did that.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're off the hook now, guys.
Yeah, Parker's being suffocated under bow boobies right now.
I'm gonna try to like gather like at least one officer to pull Bo off Parker.
Okay.
That's not a good idea.
Listen, I'm already doing it. Like I said what I said.
It.
Like,
so, you two heave Bo.
Immediately shields the face.
The officer's like, don't worry, sir. We're not here to hurt you. Looks like we're safe for the moment. Not really looking at you. I'm gonna go and make sure everyone's all right.
All right.
Heads out.
Do you okay? You go ahead. We're gonna go help the officers. See if we can track down that thing that attacked this guy here.
He nods and like moves out. Like clearly, you get the feeling that some of them might be in their own
head
trauma.
Yeah.
Is it just like us now? Just the three of us? Just look at Parker like, we need to get out of here, so help me drag him out.
So Parker's going to struggle to get back up. His poor trench coat.
I guess we're going to start trying to drag Bo's unconscious body out of here.
Alright, so you begin dragging Bo out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the hospital doors.
Yeah.
It's outside.
You
don't know where the thing is. You could drag him out.
That's a bad idea.
It's hunting you. It's up to you if you want to take him out.
I wake up. I'm in a nest.
They definitely can't attack calves.
Yeah, I totally can't attack calves. It'll be safe if we just call a cab.
So.
And then drive immediately
I guess
to the barn.
we're. Shit. I'm going to let Bo down, and I'm going to get a gun and open the door and see if I can see it from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, roll a spot hidden.
With advantage, because I'm not a fucking idiot, and I remember that I have that now.
Nice. Noise. 3.
I doubt I'm going to get much better than that, but yeah, that's an extreme success.
Okay. So you look around. You can see there are police and civilians and just a large crowd of people. A lot of eyes. And you don't know necessarily if the Wendigo is trying to keep a low profile, but considering how it's considered a myth and a legend, probably isn't a huge fan of being seen by large groups of people.
Now, do I know where the nearest hotel is?
The nearest hotel? Probably 5-10 minute walk from here, not far.
5 to 10 minute walk of us dragging his unconscious ass.
Dragging him, probably a lot longer, 20 minutes. That's gonna double double the time it takes.
Is there any buildings nearby?
Yeah, you're in the center of town, so.
Police station.
Within
view.
Roll a luck.
9.
It's actually one across the street.
I'm gonna look at Parker and I go, they've got guns, and start dragging Bo heading towards the police station.
Once again, Parker disliked that. So I guess he's going to attempt to conceal himself the best he can, just anything.
Alright.
Actually, he's going to look around and see if he can find a medical mask.
Alright. Yeah, I mean you're in a hospital.
Oh, a sanitary mask.
Yeah, easy to find.
Cool. He's gonna slap one of those on.
Okay.
Pulls hat down over his eyes a little.
Yeah, so you have to wait because you're not gonna be able to drag Bo alone.
Yeah.
So
I'm big boy.
You
yeah,
are a big boy. You fell on me.
you two working together drag Bo across the street to the police station.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're there, the place is empty for the most part.
Yeah.
There's like the people who do the calls, answer the calls, but they're pretty much standing at the window looking across the street at the hospital. Multiple shots fired.
Yeah, noses pressed to the
screaming.
Yeah.
More screaming now.
Yeah.
The hideous sounds of something. Not now, but previously.
Oh, I was like, right now we look over at the crowd and their bodies flying. Drag faster!
I'm going, there's like staring at us.
They kind of like see you dragging him and, part the way, like, clearly this is the safest place to be with whatever the fuck is going on across the street.
Okay. So
your intent is pretty clear here.
Is there any water? Can I get water?
Yeah, you ask one of them. They're like, yeah, sure. Here, I'll go get you a cup. She's like, nothing's off.
Okay. Well, as she's doing that, I'm gonna start like lightly smacking Bo on the face, trying to get him to get up.
Okay.
Parker's gonna crack open a thing of moonshine and pour it in his mouth.
My goal was to splash him with water once we got it, but
makes him smell something.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you want to pause, I can actually possibly.
So what horrible thing happens to Bo? Brian.
That's why you're not there. Okay. All right. So you are currently, when you recover from having fainted, in a state of low insanity, which means that any further sanity loss will cause another bout of insanity, which is where you roll and something bad happens. Also, while you're in this state, you may suffer delusions, which delusions are essentially like, I can tell you a thing is happening, and it could totally not be happening. You can ask for a reality check at any point, and if you succeed the reality check and it's not actually happening, then you dispel the delusion. Otherwise, as far as you know, it's actually happening. So, like, you could be in a situation where, you're talking to someone and someone pulls a gun on you. There might not actually be a gun being pulled on you. You don't know.
Start punching.
But you can't fuck with me, right?
This is only someone who
item.
is... Yeah, only someone who's... no, that's a totally different.
Okay.
If he had rolled that, then we probably would have re-rolled because it wouldn't make sense in the situation.
You can't fuck with me. I'm his boy.
Yeah, so you didn't get any like phobias or manias or amnesia or anything like that.
Boom.
Cool.
Yeah, your downside was you fainted. But until you fix your current underlying insanity, any further sanity loss is going to go.
Now, where's that woman with the water? Did he regain consciousness?
Yeah, after probably like 5 or 10 minutes, you come
Here's
back.
your water.
Yeah, just spray it. Yeah, splash on his face.
The fuck?
He's already conscious, just splashing water in his face.
Are you okay, there, friend?
Oh, where are we?
Well, we
Did it get us?
Sleeping is actually
No.
real life fast travel.
we decided to drag you to the police station.
We need. Oh, the police say.
Yes.
We need to get out of here.
They have guns, so we're safe for the time being.
They also have policemen.
That they do. Parker agrees. Parker approved.
Well, if you guys want to run off to outside to where that thing is, feel free to do it, but I think that the police station is probably our safest bet.
Do the policemen carry silver bullets?
Do you want me to ask?
Or what will their guns do against it?
Well,
Fair.
thinking pessimistically, there'll be some bodies in the way. But
Parker also
Tim-
agrees.
temporarily, we need to think of a plan.
Let's think quick.
Can I? Is there like any police officers here?
Not necessarily police officers. There's the people who answer the
Okay.
the phones. essentially.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to them,
Call center.
and I'm going to go.
Well,
Do
that was-
you,
I don't know.
That's exactly what it's called.
BOI agent here? Do you happen to have any bigger weapons than just pistols?
I want you to roll a fast talk, but I'm not gonna give you a disadvantage simply because it's a small town.
Pass. I'm good at it. Or finding skills that I'm good at.
She looks a little concerned. Why would you need a bigger gun?
Well, because we may have to fight the thing that they're looking for outside, and
Thing? Is it an animal?
we're
Wild
not
animal?
we're not entirely sure. But do you have a bigger gun just in case?
There are shotguns?
That'll work.
I can work a shotgun.
I also can work a shotgun.
Really?
Not.
Well, it's okay. You're insane.
So I'm going to have her lead me to where those are.
Alright. She takes you to a essentially a little armory. It's locked room. Opens the door. At this point, kind of coming to her senses with all the panic, she says, "Have you got a badge? I'm gonna have to see it before I can give you."
Unfortunately, I left it in the car, and I don't really want to go out there with just my handgun.
This time, you do have a setback with your fast talk.
Can I go up to her and say, and kind of get in closer? We need this gun now.
39. So it's a success.
Okay.
Just 2 points away from a hard success, but I'm not spending the luck on it.
Yeah, at this point across the street, you hear another gun crack, and she just nods her head and says, "All right, it's urgent. Go ahead."
So do they just have shotguns?
Pretty much. They haven't gotten to the point where they're handing out Thompson guns at the police
Not yet.
stations yet, so
Not yet.
yeah,
We'll
just
see.
shotguns. Might be like a long arm rifle if you'd prefer that.
I would prefer that.
Okay.
Maybe a. Oh god.
I guess I'll grab a shotgun.
Alright, so you grab yourself
I'm
a
looking for
shotgun.
things that are in all. Like a. Well, shotguns probably would be do more damage.
Don't we need a silver,
Yeah, we
like
need
pike.
silver bullets.
Well, not just silver bullets, a silver pike to kill this thing. Or like a
a
rod.
stake,
Yeah.
something.
Look at the rifles and tell me what they would have. But I pulled it up
Okay.
because I'm looking for a rifle, like a hunting rifle or something like that. Because that's what
They
I
probably
want.
have the 30 lever action carbine.
Cool. Then I'll pick one of those up,
Alright.
and as much ammo as she's willing to let me get away with,
Alright, so you get yourself 2 boxes of ammo.
which is how much?
Essentially, you can fire the gun fully twice.
Okay, I'm going to write. You said 30. Okay.
Yeah, 30 lever action carbine.
What shotgun do they have?
Let me look.
What is that? It's a 2d6. Yep.
They've got the 12 gauge shotgun. 2B. Which you're not looking at the.
And you already have a gun.
It's a 2d6 plus 2 at 10
Yeah.
yards, 1d6 plus 1 at 20, and a 1d4 at 50 yards. So 1 round per attack. 2 bullets in the gun. And it is 0 on the malfunction. Are you grabbing a shotgun as well?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, you have your.
I have the weapon that actually does something.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Do you have silver bullets? Sorry, what?
you said I had 2 things of.
Yes.
They hold 8. Looks though. I think no, they hold more. They hold 12. That's 24 rounds. That's good. That's fine. I'm going to load it right here and now.
And you can get more for your shotgun because it only holds 2 bullets.
Yeah.
So you can get 12 bullets.
Cool.
And I'm going. I think it only attacks once, is what it says. No, it looks like an attack. No. Oh, bullets in gun is 6. Yeah, bullets in gun is 6. Sorry. Move on without me. I'm still looking at this. So it'll only be 12.
What do you guys want to do?
Parker, I guess, is loading his handgun with the silver bullets.
Alright.
Because he's already fired around.
Yeah.
And...
Yep.
You had your silver bullets in it previously, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Otherwise, that wouldn't have. That scene might have played out a little differently.
Yeah. Shoot it, and it bites my head off.
Bullets in gun is only 6. And the malfunction is 98. So it's only get 12 bullets or still 24.
Mm,
Doing a
and that
rep.
has 6 per.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 12.
Oh, Jesus, isn't a lot. I'm going to walk back with. Do they have any armor by any chance in there?
Like bulletproof.
That's not gonna help us. So moving on.
Yeah, they keep their medieval chairmen back.
So I'm going to. I guess we're all gonna go out and like. So should we make an attempt to get somewhere other than here now, or
Yes.
do you want to attempt to find it and?
We shouldn't go home.
Obviously. But we don't really have anywhere else to go right now unless we deal with it, so.
So I guess we deal with it.
Sorry.
What's your plan, Parker?
Try not to die.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement that we're going to hunt this thing down then.
Yes.
I guess we'll have to.
All right, everyone, and I'm going to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, totally holding that fucking carbine.
Yeah.
And look to see if I can see any movement.
Alright, make a spot hidden check.
The thing I'm good at, baby. The thing I'm good at. It's a 19, which I think is a hard extreme success. Nope, it's not. No, it's hard success.
Alright, hard success. So, looking, left, right,
I'm looking.
up on the rooftops.
Yeah.
Can't see any signs of it.
Does anyone except me want to lead?
I can try.
I'm gonna hold. I guess I'm gonna hold the door open for
I
him.
was gonna.
Yeah.
Alright, so you walk out into the street.
So I guess I'll be in the middle.
Yeah, and Parker will be in the back.
Alright.
The shoddy is loaded.
Yeah.
You can see the police are still swarming the hospital, around the back where the window was. You could see them, basically like looking around.
Is there where the window is there like any notable like markings or something where if it came out of the window and like went up a building or hit a tree or hit anything?
So, you have to make your way a little closer to where the police are if you wanted to check that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So moving into this, so you know, you're moving into
SEAL Team
essentially-
6 style. We're here to hunt.
So you're moving into an alley between the hospital and the building beside
Oh
it.
yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Let's
oh
go.
no.
As you move in, you can see the
There's nothing
police
unsafe
officers
about
who,
alleys.
you know, they see you, they kind of recognize you, see you're armed up. They don't really try and stop you. They're currently like looking around. You hear one of them mention, you know, just like, "Where's the fucking head?" And looking where the window was broken, you can see a pool of blood, you know, dripping into the open window now. But you can see a trail leading all the way up the side of the building.
Oh, that's delicious.
Is there an obvious path up there?
No, it's like a straight up a building.
No, like
Oh,
emergency.
up to the building, you probably have to go inside.
I guess we're going inside.
Staying away from the windows.
Staying away from the fuck from the windows.
Guns always drawn.
Yeah, like. By the way, it's a lever action. Like it's a cowboy repeater is what we're looking at.
Yep.
Oh. 100% experience with those was what Benny would have.
I'm from the country.
Benny's probably never shot one at something.
Oh yeah.
That's like, you know, that's not been moving,
Yeah.
you know. Like
I
cans.
should have cans. I should have
Cans.
bottles.
You know, Dad taught me how to fucking shoot because that's what we do, we shoot.
Yeah.
But this is a new experience.
So you move through the hospital using false authority to get past the few people who try and, you know, stop you, just like feeble attempts to stop you. But
We look like we're
kind of in disarray, and you guys look like people on a purpose.
We're men on a mission from God. Let us the fuck through.
Yeah. You make your way to the roof. You open the door, and it's probably 4 stories. You are one of the tallest buildings in the city. You look around top of the roof, and at first you don't see anything, and then towards the edge where there is a connecting nearby building, you can see a object that, you know, pretty sure is a head.
I'll go check it out.
I'm preparing.
I'm looking away.
I'm preparing for it to be a head.
I'm not gonna make you roll twice on the
Like we kind of expected what we would find
Yeah.
up here. Like
Yeah. You walk over and you can see the face has been partially eaten.
Tasty. What a snack.
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to kind of look around first, make sure that there's nothing in the area before reaching out with his foot and kind of nudging it, seeing if there's anything left behind with the head.
Yeah, it's just a partially eaten head.
Okay. He's going to kick the head off the building.
Oh, Jesus.
Just roll it off the edge of the building.
You're an officer down below. My leg!
but
You hear the wind out scream.
but do I see like any like blood prints or anything like that where it may have ran off to?
Oh, like bloody paw prints or footprints.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll a spot hidden for the prints on the building that you're currently on.
Yeah.
You can see a bloody, large handprint. You can really only see the palm and a few, like the starting of the fingers, because you remember the fingers are
Long
long,
AF,
incredibly
gotcha.
long. But you can see a bloody handprint. The handprint almost looks like a footprint, as if it was walking on all fours towards the edge.
Mhm.
And then it stops at the edge of the building.
Can I look at the other building to see if there are prints on that building?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a spot hidden?
Yeah, that's a spot hidden. Because it's a decent distance.
Perfect. That is a pass.
Okay. Yeah, you can see on the ledge of the building a black, it almost looks like tar splotch, where it looks as if this thing
leaped.
probably jumped, leaped, grabbed onto the ledge, and pulled itself over.
Great.
So we have to run.
Looks like it jumped.
So we would have to run down these stairs and then back up that building to see if we can find him.
Possibly.
Pretty much.
I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild, so I'm like, oh, paraglide, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, the alternative is to
Just use the rest of my
he's not doing anything.
the alternative is to running start jump over this, and I don't think that's going to work because we're not
What's your jump, Bo?
We're not superheroes in a fucking
Mine
cartoon.
is 20%, like it, in
Minus
starting.
30.
So he's got a better chance than us.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to fucking risk it.
How big,
I don't
how
want
big
you
is
to
the
do
gap?
that.
The gap is probably now the building is lower than the one you're currently.
So if you open your
It's
paraglide,
you're on a 4-story. It's a 3-story.
no, you would do falling a story.
Yeah,
No,
that's
we're not
tough.
doing that. No,
I mean, it's
we're
about
not.
10 feet
Yeah.
down from where you are,
That
but
would-
it's also about 15 feet across.
So that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
The 10 feet, that's an easy. You roll out. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna feel that. I was like, I can make that 15.
Do you think parkour existed in the 20s?
Bitch, it might
It's
have.
common knowledge. On the farm, we did that shit. You know how many times I fell out of a fucking barn?
Hey,
But-
well, my mom.
But also, it's a 4-story
Yeah.
drop if you miss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, my mom would drop
So-
us off at school. She'd just say tuck and roll and open the door.
So-
like,
Imagine the scene for the officers down below. Head falls down, hits. Then a few seconds later,
of the entire body.
So I'm
and
going.
Parker leaning over
I'm
the edge.
going to
Not a
head.
good look.
I'm going to head back. Try to head
Yeah.
back downstairs
Alright.
and
Yeah. Parker's like, for once, I did not kill those people. That was not me.
head back downstairs and
Okay.
the build. What is the building across?
The building across from this is essentially like a like an office building. Just
Can we round up a posse on our way down?
kind of a
Man.
posse of police officers.
Yes.
Yeah, you've already kind of earned their trust.
Cool.
So you get a few of them, you mentioned what you saw.
I sent your friend to his death. Follow me.
We'll call ourselves the Scoundrels. Let's go.
Oh Jesus!
Call back to Star Wars. Thank you. No. Drunken
So-
idiots, throw yourselves on my path to save your king. What is that from The Simpsons? You'll jump in front of the float.
So you make your way up the stairs of this building as well.
Sacrifice yourself.
Most of the people are on the far window looking out. You hear a few muttered people talking about what they saw. A few people mentioning that they saw some large gray creature that looked unhumanly.
We're on the right track.
Yeah, but they were talking about seeing it down the alleyway. Not recently, probably.
Yeah.
They saw it when all this was happening.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You make your ways to the roof, and on the roof you can see, once again following the blood prints, it's moving across the roof towards the edge, leading down to another roof. But about halfway down you can see the blood very quickly drying up.
Hmm.
And by the time that it reaches the edge, the blood is gone.
Well, maybe we should take this as an opportunity to skip town.
I don't know if that helped.
I look over me. We better go get a silver rod soon.
Yes. Well, I think that New York would be the safer spot for us. Or at least our house. At least we can die in peace there.
Do you think that one guy where we got our silver things may have some type of rod?
Do you want to continue on to Lisbon then?
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to call a taxi and head to Lisbon. Is there there's a taxi in the city, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going carefully.
Now remember,
taxi.
Lisbon is more like a 3-hour drive.
What time
From
is
where
it?
you currently
What time is it now?
It's about 5 o'clock.
So even when we do get there, he'll probably be closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want it?
Is there a way we could look for maybe ask someone if there is a blacksmith nearby or somewhere where we could get special made bullets. Because I bought the mold, did I not? So I could make more bullets. I just need the silver.
Well, now we're looking for the rod.
I know, but I'm just saying, like.
So that's our main thing we need, because.
But yeah, I need the silver. That's the thing. If I can find a place that has silver, I can make more bullets, and we can find a rod.
Yeah. I guess we'll.
So just ask if there's a.
Yeah. I guess we're asking someone.
A weaponsmith.
If there's a blacksmith in town.
So you ask around. It's a larger town.
I'm trying to be as charming as possible.
Yeah.
Just.
Please help us.
Please help us.
I'm scared.
Of course, you're not really asking anything totally out of the ordinary.
Yeah. I mean,
people still use horses as transport,
Yeah.
so horseshoes are a thing that people need made.
But we're armed to the teeth.
People are also armed to the teeth. And you are pointed in the direction of a blacksmith, who, if you have silver, he doesn't have a large collection of it, but if you have silver, he can either melt it down or...
I'm also broke as fuck right now, so keep that in mind. I mean, I'm not broke. I have the money, but I don't want to spend the money.
Yeah.
Because I'm a basic bitch, and I hate myself.
Literally, the only thing Parker has spent is cab fare.
Yeah.
Or, fee. So.
I bought that gun that didn't come in handy at all.
So yeah, he doesn't have... I would say that he has enough silver to make you 6 bullets.
What
Or a
about
rod.
Rod probably be helpful, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do the rod.
Okay. So you get the silver rod made. And it costs you like $10.
Okay, that's not bad. I can do that.
And where could we find more silver, friend?
Well, you could go to a pawn shop and buy some jewelry, have it melted down.
Is there one here?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of pawn shops here.
So if we brought you more silver, you could make whatever we wanted, correct?
Yeah. I could also order some if you're not in a hurry.
Well, how long would that take?
Probably a week.
We're in a hurry.
Very much in a hurry.
Faster than that. So it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I know that what I'm going to suggest it's going to sound incredibly dumb. But maybe we need to stay in this city for the night.
Either way, I'm not going to be sleeping well tonight.
We'll get one room, and we'll all stay in the room together.
I've already been crushed by Bo once today.
Me and Bo are sharing rooms. You're sharing a room too, correct? Well, we'll just get one room. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
And at this point, the blacksmith who's still in the room just like...
So I guess we're going to leave and go to the nearest hotel and buy...
What a strange bunch of people. I've never imagined these three would have an orgy.
Exactly.
Pull the rest of our funds together.
I've already been crushed by Bo once today.
Exactly.
Eyebrow raised, looking between the three of us, arguing over sharing a room.
Pool our funds together to buy a hotel.
Meanwhile, Bo was like, I'm not going to sleep all the night. It's just like...
buy a hotel, an inn.
Alright.
An inn for the night.
Alright, so you get yourselves a room. They don't have one with 3 beds. They've got 2 beds, and they've got 1 bed.
Do they have a couch?
1 bed! Woo!
Do they have a couch?
Well, how big are the beds?
Like, they're like king size, so...
Oh,
or
that's
queen
actually,
size. Yeah, no, king size. King size.
King size is pretty damn big.
Me and Bo have shared beds before. We'll do it again.
Blacksmith raises
Just like
another eyebrow.
Be just like old times.
That's what we'll do.
You guys are not helping your case.
Alright.
Now
Yeah.
the
So the hotel that you get has 2 stories.
First floor, please.
Okay.
so we can run.
First floor, please.
We also want.
We don't need a window.
Yeah, sorry, we want a room on the inside.
We don't need a window.
We don't need room service. If you come to our room, don't.
Alright.
Don't you fucking... What are you rolling for?
You can hear the shifting of dice. Everyone's like... Oh, I don't like the eyebrow raise.
I don't like the eyebrow raise either.
He's like, oh shit.
The DM smiled. It's not good.
Where were you the night of the 13th? You look like the meme where the girl drinks the soda and she's like, no. Well...
That's not good. For you, because you fumbled. You fumbled. Only good things happen to us now. We win.
Yeah.
He fumbled.
You find the Wendigo in the street. It got hit by a taxi and died.
Great.
He fumbled.
Use
ladies.
the rod. Put it in the box. Let's go to church.
He fumbled.
Alright, so.
We get waking up in the middle of the night from the fucking Wendigo falling. Just boom.
It's like the videos where...
It's been undone for us, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like when the videos of the cats when they go to jump but they miss. Like they just don't go for some reason.
Oh, that was you. I thought that was Gage fucking playing music.
No.
No,
My second track kicked in with that spooky start.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you. I love Wendigo noises. They lull me to sleep at night. They're about to.
So,
Forever.
I imagine even despite being in an interior room with no windows, it's hard to get a good.
The door's fucking locked.
Oh yeah, the door is.
Oh yeah.
If anything,
Chair
we can wedge. Yeah.
shut. Yeah. Wedged underneath.
I
the
imagine
table.
there's a moment where you all have brief memories of how just plated in silver the cabin was.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I don't like that. There was silver all over that place.
So
We need to go back to the cabin.
it's the only safe place.
Was it?
Help.
Was it saying it fucking got through?
So
Well, he probably wasn't in the cabin when
Yeah.
I got him. Sack to back, all
Yeah.
cuddling in that bed.
so
Sleeping
you're
with
all
a fucking gun under our pillows.
Always. What do you mean that's not
Shotgun.
normal? Yeah, the Tommy gun, he's cuddling it.
curled up on the bed,
Sack
cuddling
to
your
back.
guns, and outside you can hear the formerly sunny day
Yeah.
turn to a storm. You can hear thunder shaking the building you're in, sound of heavy rain falling on the roof above. It's a very hard night to sleep through.
Gotcha.
But we managed anyways.
Nothing comes for you in the night.
Oh, thank God. It's weak tonight, guys. It can only attack us during the day.
It's a reverse vampire.
So, I think that's a good place to end it. We'll pick
Okay.
up tomorrow morning.
All right.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
It's Parker Barrow. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.